Good morning, my name is Carly Bobensky. I am here today to tell you all the ways both low-tech and high-tech devices have helped me in my life. I don't even want to think about how my life would be without them. I have been using an electronic speech device since age 6. I'd like to tell you about all my methods of communication and how they help me express how I am feeling and what I am thinking. As a baby, I used only my eyes and sounds to communicate. Most times my parents would have to tell other people what I was saying. They were not always with me to speak for me. I began a Birth to 3 program a few mornings a week before age 2, which of course I don't remember, but I went there without my parents. My first communication board was a few pictures of real things in my life, like my parents, my dog, or my favorite foods. I attended crack preschool in my town and transitioned into regular kindergarten class with special education and therapy the rest of my day. In first grade I was fully included in regular classes with one-on-one help. My language board at that time had stick figures with words. I would read the words because my mother practiced with me. However, many of the kids in my class couldn't read yet, which wasn't good. My brother is 4 years younger than me, and he couldn't read yet either, but my board helped him start reading by the time he was 3. I can now tell him I taught him to read. Spelling and talking on my board is slow, and can wear out both me and the person trying to figure out what I am saying. The communication device I got in first grade let me talk with my classmates and teachers. It had a funny voice, but it was interesting and like a fun toy. It made a lot of kids want to talk to me, and they became my friends. I am still good friends with one person I met in first grade and friends on Facebook with others from my class. I also still have my stick figure communication board, but I added a lot of cards on a ring with different categories like drinks or games. It was a lot to carry around. My mom and teachers made separate communication sheets for each activity. I even had one on my kickboard for swimming classes. In school, my old communication device and my current computer system that I have owned since 5th grade let me answer questions in class and take part in discussion groups. It was and still is quite slow, and a term paper could take 10 hours to type. This communication system uses word prediction based on how often I use words. Word prediction helps me a lot, because I am not a good speller, and word prediction helps let me choose from words. In high school, my mother would add science terms like volts or species or English vocabulary like Macbeth, so these words would appear as quickly in word prediction. To help in low-tech ways, my mom would sometimes make small communication boards with the words for a history test if it was fill in the blanks. Now I have an iPad with a special switch and scanning features that come with the iPad. It lets me iMessage and order food when I'm out in the community. It is so much easier to take with me than my heavy computer. Hopefully I will be able to find new games that work with scanning. I am now able to change the TV station on my own. When I was in my iPad training class, I spooked my dad because I was changing the TV station and he thought the TV was haunted or broken. He soon learned that I was the sneaky one. I thought it was funnier than he did, but he was impressed that I could change the station. I use my communication device all the time. Ask anyone who knows me well. I am always on Facebook chat. It keeps me up on what is happening with people I know, and helps me remember birthdays, and lets me congratulate friends who are getting married or have had babies. I also can keep up on the latest news. Finally, my device lets me self-advocate, so I can tell legislators how they can vote to help people with disabilities get housing or jobs. The iPad technology has also opened up other opportunities like FaceTime, where I can see people and hear their voices. I would like to leave you with these last thoughts. People assume you are not smart when you cannot talk. And a communication device convinces them that you are capable and worth talking to. Anyone who has no voice of his or her own needs devices like the ones I use. Please make sure they get them. Thank you for listening to me.